Let's go over behind the scenes of Star Wars The Last Jedi when it comes to the character of Supreme Leader Snoke. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Andy Serkis returns as the actor who portrays Snoke in The Last Jedi, and he did a fantastic job. However, visual effects supervisor Ben Morris had the opportunity to go ahead and speak with Deadline today, revealing a whole ton of behind-the-scenes facts of Supreme Leader Snoke and the process of transferring him from The Force Awakens into The Last Jedi. So this is what Ben had to say about Snoke behind the scenes of The Last Jedi. So he says, Ryan got a sculpt done by the Creature team, which completely transformed the look of Snoke away from that almost zombie look that was in The Force Awakens, and stamped him into the real world. We had that maquette on set, and we also made sure that we had an older actor who, well, we could shoot on every time we had a shot. So we would have Andy Serkis in his performance capture outfit. He'd have a head-mounted camera system on. We actually had 4 cameras, 2 stereo pairs watching his face. We were capturing his body movements, and we had 2 or 3 witness cameras in addition. So we covered all of that. We also had this reference maquette, and then an older age person and a younger, very tall actor who wore the incredible golden gown, which again is entirely CG in the film. He goes on to say, with all of that reference, Ryan went into editorial and started cutting things together and the sequences. Andy's got this wonderful resonant voice, and we started to watch the whole thing come together without any CG Snoke in there. It was working beautifully well as Mike and the team started to put together CG Snoke per the sculpt that had been approved. We suddenly realized that he was a far more imposing character. Andy's voice gave a sense of a larger chest cavity. His throat carried far more timbre. When you look at the CG model, then, well, we were building that matched the sculpt. He just looked too flimsy and frail. We had to put the brakes on and say, we're going to have to change this. We did a number of broader things. We made him over 8 feet tall rather than 7 feet tall. We expanded his chest. We restructured all the anatomy of his throat, and we took some scoliotic curvature out of his spine that was a feature of the original sculpt. We also restructured his jawline to give him more of an imposing face. So as you see, the original Snoke that we saw in the early behind-the-scenes photos for The Last Jedi way back over a year ago, those old sculpts, they actually changed him drastically. Even if you look in The Force Awakens, that's why he looks quite a bit different in comparison to how he looks in The Last Jedi. They changed his whole entire jawline, his spinal structure, everything. So they actually made him a whole foot taller, which is interesting because originally he was supposed to be 7 feet tall, according to The Force Awakens, and then in The Last Jedi, he's now 8 feet. So they changed him a little bit there, you know, in that sense. But overall, guys, it's really nice to know the whole entire process when it comes to a motion capture character. There's a lot of stuff that really goes into it, sculpting the character, you know, transferring that into the computers, and trying to get other actors portraying the character, where Andy does the voice and the movements, and it's really cool knowing that they actually had a younger and an older actor in the golden gown. They actually had an older guy in the golden gown, and the gown itself, right? It's basically, if you think about it, it's basically a robe. That is actually CG in the final cut of the movie. I would have never guessed that, but anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.